Hi guys, welcome to my garden. Today we are going to make my grandma's antibiotic cream. It was something she made all the time. You can make it at home if you've got fresh basil. It's better than certain store-bought antibiotic creams that we shall not name. So, let's get started. First thing we want to do is basil, fresh basil, picked right off the plant, or you can even buy it in the store, and as long as it's nice and fresh, it'll work. So what we want to do is go near the top to the newest ones that will have the fresher, newest, freshest ones, and you want to get yourself a couple of big ones. And then a couple of young ones. Go to the next plant or the next stalk of basil that you have from the store. A couple of big ones and a couple of young ones. Then we're going to put them in our mortar and pestle. And we're going to grind them into a green slime. When we're done grinding it, and before we do our next step, this will actually look like Slimer's green slime. This is what we want. We want all of the fresh antibiotic qualities in it we can. Sweet basil works really nice and works well. It's a wonderful plant. It's prolific. It grows fast. It regrows. It grows for long periods of time. You can cut it off down low, cut off long arms, and when you cut off the long arms, it'll just regrow new ones at the nubs where you cut them off. And it'll last if you take care of it for a year or two. By just keep going. However, the best kind is if you can get a hold of holy basil. Now that is a seasonal plant. No matter how you care for holy basil, it will not keep going. Like these, I planted in my house at Christmas time, and they've grown up. We've cut them back. They've grown up. We've cut them back. We've topped them. They've split. This plant here is like 6-7 months old, but these ones here, ow, ants, these ones here are only like 6 weeks old. Started them in the house and then brought them out. Alright, green slime, that's what we got. Now we're going to do the next step, so we're going to pause and I'm going to go get it, and I'll be right back. Next step, we want a teaspoon of raw organic honey. We want it raw because we want all those antibacterial qualities from the honey. I'm going to put it right in there and grind the two of them together into a really nice green. Like I said, when it's done, it's going to look like Slimer. Now, yes, that may be gross looking, but the antibiotic qualities are amazing. When my daughter was little, she had intestinal issues, so it caused her to get really bad diaper rash, and this or a particular clinical cream was the only thing that worked for her because of her intestinal issues. And if it was in season or I could get a hold of it, I made this, and it works great. This works for diaper rash, this works for cuts, this works for burns, sunburns, burns from fires, burns from hot metal, cuts, scrapes, burn weed. I have burned myself really bad in the garden on burn weed, and mixed this up really quick and smeared it on, and it's instant relief. It works on mosquito bites. It works on just about anything you can think of. Best part of all, you can scrape all of this out and all of this off. Stick it in one of those little tiny jelly jars and put it in your fridge, and it lasts until it's gone. I've never ever had it go bad, ever, because it's antibiotic. So, alright, thanks for coming along with me on an old wives' tale and things I learned from my grandma. I hope this gave you some ideas of things you can do homeopathically and all naturally without having to rely on a store if you can't make it to one. Thanks everyone, and remember, stay positive. Bye. Bonus information. If you need to, and it's a real serious cut or injury, you can take a fresh basil leaf, and then you just, on the inside, where the veins are, lightly bruise it. And then you take the gel and put this right on the cut and wrap it in the bruised basil. And then you wrap the whole thing in a little bit of cheesecloth to hold it on. It'll help with blood clot. It'll help with antibiotic quality. And it'll help with the beginning of the healing process for a fresh cut. And of course you do this after you've cleaned the cut under clean running water, and wash the cut with witch hazel and peroxide or alcohol. Alright, thanks for coming along. Bye. And remember people, when I say serious cuts, I mean a deep paper cut. I don't mean stitches where you need to go to the doctor and get a deep to the bone wound stitched up. We're talking deep paper cut, not stitch. Thanks. Bye.